Yes. So let me share my screen. So today I'm going to take material UI part. So let's start your command prompt again in G drive cd React app. In that, I think my last project name is nav app. I think uh, okay. Let's create one more API. Npx create React app uh, material app, and just wait for a few minutes. In between that, let's open our material UI site, material UI, and here is your site, materialui.com, material UI for React components. So what we have to do, we have to add this material UI and icons, SVG files, fonts into our project, so we can use those component in our project. So whenever you open any kind of designing framework, you will find this link, get started. Just click over there, and the first thing that you will find the installation. So here you will find npm, then font, then icons, svg icons, cdn, and everything. So just focus on npm. So what we have to do, first thing you have to do is install npm material ui core, these things. Either go with yarn or npm. So I will pick npm because I have already installed npm part. So this is my first command that I'm going to execute. Then I will add this font in my project. I will also uh, install this icons. So here is your icons. So just copy this and paste it over here. Also, like, we have to add this font. Double click, copy into our index file, as well as font icons, material icons. Just copy and paste it. So we need to add this font and font icons in our index. We have to install these two libraries, npm packages in our project. That's the two things that we need. And this is CDN, content delivery network. So either we can go for CDN files, but we don't need this because we are using npm packages. So here we go. Let's open that folder, material app. And if you open this folder into Visual Code, if you open this folder in Visual Code, you will find in package.json, just look at this part, dependency. There is no dependency related to material, right? So first thing we are going to do is to install these two packages. So what I'm going to do, I can install one by one, or I can simply install both the packages at a time. So I will simply add npm install one package, second package. That's it. Press enter. That's it. So it will automatically add core and icons, both the packages in our project uh, here in package.json. So meanwhile, let's open our index.html. From where? From public folder, this file, index.html. And before title tag, just add these two links, style sheets over here. That's it. So yes, we already installed these two packages, and we already added these two reference files, and that's it. That is all about the installation of material icon. Okay, let's wait. Yeah, here it's done. Let's open our package.json. Here you will find both the libraries. Like here it is, material UI, material UI core, material UI icons, and there are few more libraries. But let's say npm start, and let's see what we have. So let me close everything, and also, so here is our project. We have default React homepage. I'm going to delete everything from that page and I'm going to create everything from very core. So here is my src. I don't like this file, delete. I don't want this logo, delete. I don't want this file, just simply delete. And I don't want this file, index.css. I don't want app.css. I don't want, just app.js, index.js. And remove this index.css from here, remove this stuff from here, remove this import from here. This is our index. From app, remove these two files from here, remove everything from here. No need to keep this. That's it. So now here is your page, completely blank. So as usual, I'm going to create my one folder. In that, I'm going to create with name http pubs. In that, here is my first component, home, and in that home I have one file, index.js. So let's say constant home is my first component, which is going to return export default, and here is my component home. And my home component is going to return some HTML stuff like this, div in h3, let's say homepage. Perfect. So let's add this homepage into our app. As I said, no need to say import and then add that component. Directly you can go here and say home. You will find that link. Just click here and everything is done. Close that tag and that's it. Here is my homepage. So why I did this? Just because I want one clean file where I can add my material component, so it will be easier to understand. So guys, let's jump into the small things of designing framework. The most important thing in designing framework is the greedy system. How you can handle responsiveness and the greedy system, um, different viewports. That is the most important thing. And then other than that, like button, text box, checkbox, everything is quite easy. You just need to copy paste. That's it. But just try to understand greedy system of material UI. That is very important. In short, greedy system means here a flexbox. If you don't know flexbox, just I have some videos already created related to flexbox. I'm going to upload it maybe within a 2 days. Just revise it and you will come to know everything about flexbox, which is very important in terms of designing. So let's jump into the greedy system. So where is greedy system, man? In components, maybe in layout, and here is the, so box is the first thing, box container. So let's go to the greedy system. So I'm going to complete everything, box, container, read and image, most of the things in greedy system itself. So guys, do you know Bootstrap? Bootstrap, in Bootstrap, what we usually say is like that, row, and inside row we can say we can use this classes call md3, call md6, and also here we use extra small, small, medium, lg, this kind of words, right? Row is again a class, is not a tag, is a class basically. Inside row we create multiple columns, and using that we achieve the greedy system, means flexbox layout, whether it is in direction of row or column, depends. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do same thing that we did in Bootstrap, but now we are doing in in React using Material UI. So let's focus to this part, spacing. No, just look at this part. Here it is a one row with three columns, right? There is one row with three columns. So the row is basically here. Here we say grid, And the row means here we have to say container, and the cell means grid again, but here we have to say item. Let's say here in item I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to add let's say a card. Where is card? Where is card? Where is card? Yeah, this card. Yeah, this is your card. Card, card content, card and card content. Okay, perfect. So here is our card. Either I can simply say one, and in next row, next cell, I can say two. That is also fine, but I want some what we can say UI. That's why I'm doing this. Uh, what happened here? Compiling. Take your time. Here it's done. Here we'll find one and two. They both are in a same row, right? So instead of one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say card is, oh, sorry. I'm going to say card. In card, I'm going to say card content. Here I'm going to say one. So this is my card. Or let's say this is our card. Card is not defined. How it is possible? And so here is our card one, right? Or if you don't want to use card, you can go for, I don't know the name, exact name, but I think the word is paper. Paper is also fine. Paper. This is the paper. So let's remove this and say paper. Material UI and say one. So here is our paper. What happened, man? Please add this over here. Save and done. So here is our paper. So just ignore this, and elevation is equal to, sorry, 2. Elevation means this shadow. So if you want more shadow, say 5. Here is the more shadow. Again, you can also, what you can do, you can say here constant paper style, and in this bracket you can say padding is equal to 10 pixel. I don't think so it will work. Padding will work or not, I don't know, man. So let's say class name. It works. There are one more way. No, it will not work. Elevation, padding 10 pixel. What happened? Just one second. Let me see what actually happens with this elevation. If I say padding is equal to 10 pixel, oh my god, it is working. Then why not from there? Why not trying? Padding spelling is right, 10 pixel is also right, paper style is also right. Okay, let's try this way. Style in bracket padding is equal to in bracket single quote 10 pixel. Fish. Oh yes, this is working. Then why not this? Padding is right, 10 pixel is also right. Paper style is also right. And now it is working. Why not before? So yes, once again. Yes, was.
Sir, actually you have used class name instead of style. That's why it's not working here.
But this, yes. Sorry. Sorry. Yes, it's my mistake. Here it is basically style and a class name. I have to create CSS class. Awesome, man. Thank you so much, Suhas. So this is paper. This is another paper. Let's say 2. Create few more items. Let's create 4 items, 3 and 4. 3, and last one is 4. Yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 in one row, right? So let's try to play with greedy system, right? So what I'm going to do here, first of all, I'm going to change the direction. So let's say direction and say a row, which is by default in a row. Is by default in a row. Then say column. Here they all are in a column. Perfect. So one after another, right? So let's keep it as in a row, or let's remove this property as of now. I want to teach you first of all Bootstrap style greedy system. So just say here, if it is large, if it is large, then how much? If it is large, I want to apply 4, means, or let's say 3. If it is large, I want 4 item in a row. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I can add spacing as well. Sorry, I can add spacing as well if it allows spacing. Say 3. Yeah, there is spacing 3. So there are 4 items. Even if I resize it, it will be simply in a row. But if it is large, it will become 3, 3, 3, 3. So let's change it to one more thing. Let's say MD. If it is okay, what if I have, instead of 4, I have 5 elements? So last element will automatically move to the next row. Automatically 3, 3, 3, 3. So there are total 12 like blocks. So we already used 12 blocks over here, and next one will automatically move to the next line. So the next that we are going to do is apply MD. So MD, let's use MD4, means medium. So MD4, 4, 4, and last one 4 and 4. So what will happen in large view? It will be 3, 3. In medium view, it will become a 4, 4. So let's see. Here it is 3. So if I move it to the medium, it will become 4, 4. Like this. So what if we change to small SM? Let's say I want 6, and when it is extra small, what I want a 12. Let's see. Just copy this both the properties, and this is almost like Bootstrap, guys. Yeah, here it is 3, 3. Look at this: large 4 blocks, medium 3 blocks, small 2 blocks, extra small single block. Now it is responsive, right? And no, it is not required you have to apply the same length. You can say for last item, let's say 6. So here 3, 3, but last item become a 6 in the length. So this is almost like a Bootstrap, and this is one basic example. So now let's remove this stuff from here. Control H, and I'm going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, and last one I'm going to remove it manually. Yes, so there is no style, they are simply like this. So can we align this item? Okay, before that guys, I want to tell you something. Let me add some style to my container. This is container, this is item. Don't say grid. This is container, this is container item, grid item. So let's say style, I just want to apply border, that's it. So I will say border is equal to 2 pixels solid and say red. That's it. So here is our container, which is completely like this. Just add some height over there. So I'm going to say here height is equal to 50 VH, viewing height 50% in short. So it is like this. What happened? Okay, T is missing as usual. So here it is in a 50 VH. Let me remove this part from here. Yeah, here it is perfect. Instead of 50, let's say 70. Here it is in 70, right? So left, right. So I want to move this item or distribute this item based on uh, Flexbox attributes. Just scroll down in a grid. Just scroll down a little bit more. Here is something like not here, not here, here. Direction row like this. Row reverse, they will be reverse in order. Column, they will be vertically in one column. Column reverse, reverse. So there are four directions. Simple. Justify content. Let's say flex start, center. So justify content is like this, and align item is like this, vertically align. Center, flex end, stretch, baseline. So you can pick. So this is the property, justify content. So let's pick this property and apply that property. So I'm going to move this to next line, style is to next line, and here I'm going to add justify content to something. So let's say flex start. They are by default they are flex start actually. It will not change anything in our UI. They are by default flex start. But what if I say center? What if I say center? So let's say center over here. Oh sorry, center over here, and they are centered align. So I want to keep like vertically also center. So what I'm going to do, I will say here align, control space. Oh sorry, align items, and if you take this much time, I'm going to complete everything. So they are vertically here. So this is very simple, guys. Flexbox, just go through it, and that's it. So I think you got my point. You can make it responsive. You can also create good layout based on the uh, viewport. Like if you want to have different layout for mobile view, you can also create that easily using that greedy properties, small, extra small, and just go through these links. Right? Go through this documentation. You'll come to know everything. So this is small, 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 but here we applied six length. So here is three, here is three. That's it. So actually, I like this part, image list. What they done, they created this kind of UI based on image width and their size. It will automatically adjust those images. So here is an component. So when you look to this example, click here to jump to the code view. If you are using JavaScript, click here. If you are using TypeScript, click here. So there are different ways to use same code. So just try to avoid this part. Make style, use style. No need to use this style. Styling is not that important, but just focus to this part. How they are using those components. So image list and parent component with row height and number of columns in a row. So if you go here, you will find three images in a row maximum. Then there are image list item. Inside that we are using image tag. Quite easy. So this is how it works. Image list. So you can try this by yourself. Here is fixed size of images. A nice like shopping cart kind of view. Uh, again, let's say let's use some basic components. Let's say button. If I want to use button, then here is some buttons. Just click here again, code view. Here you will find a component class and how to use button. This is default button. This is variant. Sorry, color primary, color secondary, disabled. Then this is link. So these all are the buttons. Let's copy this block. Just ignore this part as of now. Button. So after grid, I'm going to add one more row, and here I'm going to paste it. But here I have to import that button. So let's say button, and that's it. So jump to my page. Oh, where is classes, man? Div class. Remove this. Save. Here we got. Guys, one thing that I missed here that is very important. So look at this. If I say space between, it will become like this. Space between, same space between all the atoms. Space around means this space is same. So let's say 3, then 3, then 3, then 3, then 3, then 3, like this. And space similarly like this. The same space, let's say here it is 4, then again 4, then again 4. So you can use justify content to align item, right? So I'm going to use this property to show these buttons properly, right? So what I'm going to do, instead of grid, I'm going div, I'm going to use grid. Then I'm going to say direction must be a row. Then here say justify content, and then say in bracket what is the right word, mm, space evenly. Just copy and paste it over here, and that's it. Here closing grid. And one most important word that we miss is container. That is container actually. Here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Oh, sorry. So awesome. So we got these buttons over here. So let's change the height of our container. Instead of 70, I'm going to change it to 40. And I'm going to remove this border from here because it is showing scroll bar over there. So that's it. Here is my one example with greedy system as well as button. So what is still pending is SVG icons, right? So as just try this everything from here. Let's say if you want to use radio button, just click here. Here is UI, and the animation is also there. Again, this is some buttons. Just click here. Look at this. What is package name? How to use it, like a radio is property. Checked is one attribute API function, and you can pass true or false over there. On change, you can just skip this. I think, yeah, on click is already done. Yeah, you can use this on change. Default value similar to our HTML input type radio uh, control. So what we want mm, mhm, before going to icons, just click over here and click open this in new tab, search a full list of icons. So here is all the icons, guys. These all the icons. So if you want outline, here is outline, rounded. Look at, just focus to this icon. In this outline it will become like this, filled in this like this. So I'm going to use outline. And if I want to search specific, let's say apple. So here it is, field, here it is. So let's say if I want to use this icon, apple icon. So this is your package name. Copy this and paste it over here in your import section. So this is your icon, and use wherever you want. Let's say I want to use before this 4 keyword. So I'm going to add that icon like this. I can use same icon in my button, in front of primary, in front of link, in front of default, like this. So open your page. Here is your icon. Here is in white, here is in black, white, black, like this. So you can use any icon from here. Also you can use custom SVGs as icon in our project. That is also we can use, like SVG icon is the property. In icons there is few more attributes. I don't remember those attributes, but let's scroll down. Here in this way, like SVG icon, here you have to create your own component like home icon, then SVG icon, and just copy all your SVG code over here and just call this component as icon. This component will become an icon in your code. So color primary is like this, color secondary, color action. Yeah, we can also, yeah, that is really cool. Let's try to change color of this icon. Where it is? I think here it is, right? Say style is equal to in bracket, color is equal to any color, guys. Let's say orange. Here it become orange. So you can change whatever color you want. So let's say blue. It's blue. Perfect. Also, you can change the size of that icon using font size large, font size small, depends. Quite easy. So as I think you can use icon. This part is also important, guys. Guys, you can't use directly this part. What we can call alert, because if you go into the code, you will find there is different package. You remember that we installed material core, material icon, but material lab is pending, right? So click here. So if you want to use like a table, here is data table is here. You can use filter, use column sorting. This is really very rich set of functionality for grid. Sorting is there, easy sorting is there. If you want to use this, you have to import this library into your project. Which library? This one. npm install this package. Just copy this and let's say view terminal, paste over here. So we have this library as well in our code. Now we can use alert in our code. Let's try to use this. Copy inside a div. Let me copy everything from here. And yeah, I think it's done. Let's close this. After everything, I'm going to copy this grid. Sorry. Grid and paste it over here. Oh. Direction is equal to column spacing is equal to 3, 4, whatever you want. And that's it, guys. Here is our no problem. Just I have to use this line alert from here into our page. After this, anywhere, wherever you want, and that's it. Here is alert. First alert, second, refresh it. No problem. Here is our alert 1, 2, 3, 4. So error, warnings, primary, success. This they all are like material UI. So guys, I think you have a lot more work to do. Just go through everything. There is toast, and there are so many things you can work around it. So go through all these maximum components. If you find any difficulty while doing this, I think for me, responsiveness, greedy systems, and basic introduction to icons and basic introduction to component is important. Just ignore if you find something like event handling or advanced API, just ignore it. We will cover it later on. Let me stop recording.